All right. I need a sip of water. Hold on, guys. Just give me a sec. I just need a sip of water. Mm. Ah! All right. All right. No, I'm not okay. Laid back. Do I look okay? I'm not okay. I was just taking some medicine and it tastes god awful. All right. All right. Here we go. One sec. I just need a little bit more water. Oh, you guys know what I need? I need candy. I need a candy. Oh, do I have candy? I'm on this strict diet, guys, where I don't eat anything except ice cubes. So I haven't had candy in a while, but I need some candy. All right, hold on, guys. I have something. I need to have something. Oh my God. Ew. This tastes so bad. Why? Okay, I found something. I found cranberries. Okay? I don't have candy, but I have cranberries. So, oh, mm, mm. All right, you guys ready? Now, I asked for more time on the clock because of this reason. Because I knew I wasn't ready and I knew I needed time to sort myself out. But I'm tired of being criticized by you all about being late. So I came on as is. But this is what you get. Thank you. Thank you for the hug. Okay, cranberry. Okay, I'm ready now. Things are getting better now. It's getting better. All right, here we go. Have you guys noticed something? Let me tell you, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you guys noticed something? Have you guys noticed the only countries in this whole entire world on God's beautiful flat earth, the only countries on God's beautiful flat earth that are expected, required, forced, and obligated to be tolerant of others are, go on, I want to hear it because I'm not going to say it by myself. What are the only nations on God's beautiful flat earth that are expected to be tolerant of others? Go on. I'm waiting. No, Samayo, you just said it so kindly. But let's be real. White countries, white nations, only white countries are expected to be tolerant of others. They're expected to foster other people, to accept them, and to feed them, clothe them, house them, everything. All white nations, only, not all, only white nations are expected to do this. I say this as an Arab, I say this as a Middle Easterner. You would go, listen, never in hell or heaven would you ever see people going to the Middle Eastern nations and saying, hey, Abdullah, King Abdullah, come here, King Abdullah, come here, let me talk to you real quick. Hey, you see all those Africans on your border? You see all those Mexicans? You see them? You see all those Cambodians, you see all them, you got to accept them, and not only accept them, but be tolerant. You have to feed them, clothe them, house them, and we dare you to try to tell them that they have to conform to your culture. You would never in hell or heaven ever see that. You guys know that, right? You will never see that happen to any other colored nation. But to white nations have to be tolerant, and they have to shut up and take it up the take it up the I'm going to eat a cranberry. All I'm saying, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. Because listen, I don't care who any and expect it. No, Samael. And expect it to be grateful. Be grateful. What would your country be without Josue? What would your country be without Maria? Who would clean your toilets, Trump? You guys remember that liberal lady who said that? And she got dragged down the streets of LA for saying that. Do you guys remember that? She was on The View, and she thought that she was making some type of good point, and she's like, I'm gonna get Trump. Who's gonna clean your toilets, Trump, if you kick out all the Latinos? As soon as she said that, she got dragged by her fake ponytail. That was good. And you know, she said it. Listen, after she said it, she was expecting everybody to go, wow. and then look, when she said it, it got quiet. She was like, what? I love that so much. I love that. That was my favorite part. All right. So, no, listen. Mira, you look like you vas a relate. No. Because you don't understand how it is to be a girl. I was called chubby. I was called fat. Somebody told me, well, it's not even that. You guys don't understand. My clothes weren't fitting me anymore. So no, I'm not eating anymore. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. Anyway, all right, back to the topic. She got dragged by her fake ponytail. You guys remember that? So anyway, the point is, is that a cranberry in my hair? All right. The point is, no other nations are expected to be tolerant except white nations. White nations. And the thing is, white nations actually do it. This is the reason why you guys get screwed. This is the reason why you get screwed. Because you guys are too kind and tolerant. Other nations, if you go to an African nation and tell them that they better take in Chinese refugees and that they have to now accustom themselves to Buddhism because the Chinese refugees are Buddhists, and that those countries and those African nations, they can no longer have their Christian or Muslim values, but they now have to shut up and diminish their own culture for these new Chinese Buddhists. Do you know how those African nations will riot in the streets? Do you guys know how those people will go? But if you say it to white nations, for some reason, many white nations, they just conform and they do it. And then they got mad at Poland when Poland said, oh yeah, we'll accept you. We'll let you come through our borders. But if you come through our borders, we're only accepting Christians with Christian values. And if you come to our nation with anything other than Christian values, you are not welcome. Unless you conform to us, we are not going to accept you, because I'll be damned if you're going to force us to conform to you or to tell us that we can't celebrate our culture, our religion, our traditions just because you're here. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Man, people. Laid back said, I want to hear what you say. You said Africa is hurting the light skinned people, but Trump gave them a warning. But you remember, who was it? I think it was the president of South Africa. He said, no, that is not true, Trump. That is not true. We accept everybody. There is no genocide on white people in South Africa. Bruv, you don't have to try to act like it doesn't exist. Everybody knows it exists. But you're going to sit there and lie in our faces like that? In our White House, you're going to sit there and adjust your lips to lie like that? Come on. Come on. And my question, I have another question for you guys. Do you guys really think that the majority of Americans are tolerant? That's it. No, that's a decent question. That's a decent question. What? Do you think the majority of your neighbors are as tolerant as America is painted to be? Or do you believe that they are being forced to be tolerant lest they be fired from their jobs, harassed online, canceled, what have you? Do you believe that the majority of your neighbors, the average American that you know, is tolerant? Is as tolerant as we are supposed to be? I would even argue. No, don't say I don't know, Yakub. That's not true. You do know. You do know. I'll tell you how you know. Watch how you know. Watch how you know. If you were to go to your neighbor's house right now, a neighbor that you know and that you're cool with, not one that doesn't know you. Go to a neighbor that you're cool with. Go to him and say, hey, I just saw that our schools now are deciding that children at school should pray 5 times a day to the east. Yeah, it's part of that religious acceptance classes that they're doing, What do you think about that, Joe? And look at Joe's reaction, because Joe knows you and you guys are friends. Let's see what Joe says about this tolerance. Oh, I'll give you another one. Hey, Joe, friendly neighbor Joe, friendly tolerant neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe, in our schools right down the street, now they're going to be forcing the students to speak Spanish as the first language at the school. Do you think that's good? And watch how pissed that person gets. You can't even, all right. I'm just saying, I don't believe that the average American is down to change the culture for others. That's all I'm saying. And you shouldn't be. The thing is, there's nothing wrong with not being tolerant in your own nation. You're supposed to have a certain standard that you want to live by. That's called being a decent human. You're supposed to have a standard. This is a Christian nation. I'm not saying that everybody has to be Christian, but because this is a Christian nation, Christians should not feel terrorized or ashamed to practice their religion, to pray, to enforce certain things. They shouldn't be afraid to say Merry Christmas. They shouldn't be. They took prayer and everything out of school, fine. I get it. Maybe, pray on your own time, what have you. But Christians are not allowed to Christian in America properly because, oh, you're going to offend the Muslim. Oh, you're going to offend the Buddhist. Oh, you're going to offend the Jew. That's not how it should be. This is not a Jewish nation. This is not a Muslim nation. This is a Christian nation. I don't understand. maybe I'm just intolerant. Maybe I'm the one who's intolerant. Maybe, I mean, from the comments I'm looking at, you guys are basically telling me you guys think that I'm wrong. I'm wrong for wanting Christians to be able to practice their religion in their country. You guys, by the way, I'm looking at the comments. Yes, remember it is a Muslim talking, because the same thing will happen in my nation. You will not have Christians come to my nation, who is a Muslim nation, and tell the Muslims, you can't practice your religion here. That's backwards as heck. Like, this is where we live, this is our nation. Why would you be expected to do that? Just like Muslims shouldn't be allowed to go to Christian nations and change the rules just because they're there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Says you're not wrong. Look at Europe. Look at Europe. You can't go to Europe. Look, guys, when you go to Europe now, you're not getting a European experience anymore. You're getting a Pakistani, Pakistan #2 experience. Merry Christmas is lacking support. No. You're not allowed to say it. I've seen many places, they stopped saying Merry Christmas and started saying Happy Holidays because they don't want to offend others who are not, celebrating Christmas. Reagan said peace through strength. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the old lady who was bullied for wearing a TPUSA shirt? Listen, I don't even know how I feel about TPUSA anymore. Did you guys see the drama that's happening between Erica Kirk and Candace Owens? Have you guys seen? Listen, I don't know what's going on with Erica Kirk, but it seems to me that she's bought out by somebody, by some group, by a certain group of people. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Because listen, why is it that, right, she's upset at Candace Owens for seeking the truth? I know Candace Owens can get a little bit extreme too. I know, zealage. I know somebody was going to say that. But listen, Erica Kirk, something is up with that girl. Okay? That girl is not in mourning. She's not in mourning for her husband. I think she's actually brought out by the Jews. Sorry. Awad says, I have some Muslim friends that get offended when someone says Merry Christmas to them. Then cry to your mama. Go cry to your mama. Who cares? Who gives a damn if you're offended? Who cares? You're in a Christian nation. Whatever. I didn't get out of the Christian nation. Get out of here. What do you mean? Oh, I'm offended. Why do people say Merry Christmas to me? Clearly, I'm Arab. I should be Muslim. Then go somewhere else. Bought out. It doesn't even make sense. Okay. All right. So I'll give you guys here. Let me pull it up. I will show you guys something. Okay. So it has been said that Charlie Kirk knew that he was going to get assassinated, and he thought that it was certain peoples who were coming after him. The Candace Owens apparently is out here trying to discover here. The last video that I saw from Candace Owens when she was talking about this whole, oh my god, this is so bright. This whole Charlie Kirk situation. I'll pull it up. Because people were coming after Candace Owens for trying to figure out what's going on. At first, I was against what Candace Owens was doing because I was assuming that Candace Owens was using the Charlie Kirk situation to get clout. That's what I thought at first. Until later on, when I see more and more of Erica Kirk, who I don't know, man. I've always just felt something weird about her ever since the Charlie Kirk situation happened that he passed away. She just seems I don't know. I don't know. She just doesn't seem like a woman who is in mourning for her husband and who just didn't know what was happening or something. I don't know. I'll hear what you guys say. I'll hear what you guys say. Old Blindy says, I was giving Candace the benefit of the doubt, but she lost me recently. I don't follow her regardless. I don't follow her either. I'm not on a daily now. The only reason I looked at what was going on was because of this whole Erica Kirk situation. Said she's mad after her husband was murdered. She's on a warpath. He said the left was coming after him. Owens flat out made up that bit about Israelis. Why would you think that that is made up, Samael? Why? Let me ask you. Why do you think that that would be made up? Do you think that is so far off the path of real of reality that that could be a thing?
Actually, no, I do think that it's entirely possible, but I don't think that Candace Owens has provided any receipts for any of the claims that she's made about this. She says, I've heard this or I've seen this, and then she's like, I'll provide more later, and then she never does. She hasn't provided any evidence of any of that stuff.
But really, how could she? My thing is like, is she supposed to like name drop a one of those peoples? Is she supposed to name drop, or is she supposed to say? Because even Charlie Kirk has said it apparently that he knew that they were coming after him.
Well, he knew the left was coming after him. That's specifically what he said. He said the left is going to take one of us out. He wasn't just talking about himself. He was talking about conservative pundits altogether in kind of a group. He knew somebody was going to get got, and he feared it might be him. But he was talking about the whole of the left, not just the Jewish section of it.
But don't you think that the left is run by? I mean, for me, the left and are pretty much the same thing. They are they. I mean, there's no separating them. You cannot separate the two. It's it's run by them. Even their even their racial protests, everything that has to do with the faggotry, everything that is the left is run by them. Hollywood, Epstein crap, all of that is them.
I mean, yeah, you could go back and you could probably connect just about everything in the world to them if you really tried. But I mean, you could say the same thing about Christianity too. They were Jews once upon a time.
Oh, don't you dare get off my show. Don't you dare. You will not say that about Christians on my platform.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying that I haven't seen anything to indicate that she was in any way correct that it was Israel that did it. Plus, she's backtracked and she said different shit. She also talked about Egyptian planes that has been debunked. She's talked about how she thought it was people inside Turning Point who set the whole thing up.
Turning Point has been, well, I guess I'll use my words correctly. I'll use my words more specifically. There have been claims that TPUSA is in cahoots with Israel, and
Sure.
that's why I am just, I don't know. My Charlie said that he knew things before it happened, and then his wife is criticizing Candace for going after, it seems like, those very people that we're talking. I mean, it just seems weird. I don't know.
No, I agree. There's a bunch of inconsistencies. I don't think we're ever actually going to know exactly who was behind it or exactly what occurred, or if it was just this Tyler kid who did it by himself, or if there was somebody pulling his strings. I don't think we're ever going to know the full truth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the full truth definitely won't come out. I mean, it usually takes years for the real truth to come out on these kind of things.
I mean, how long did it take them to release any real information on JFK?
Oh, well, that's true too.
So and even then, it's still they didn't. I don't believe that we've seen everything. So I don't know. But I think
So
Candace.
you're telling me that between Candace Owens and Erica Kirk, who are you trusting more? I mean, I'm not saying that I really trust Candace Owens either. Let me take that back. For anybody in the chat who's thinking that I'm all for Candace Owens, that's not the case. I don't even follow her, to be real. I don't follow her. The only thing I followed was this a little bit for Erica Kirk. So let me have you guys know that I'm not like a huge Candace Owens fan. I used to be until she started acting weird. But go ahead. Between Erica Kirk, for me, I just don't think that Erica Kirk is
I
real.
honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I don't know all that much about Erica Kirk besides like sound bites and stuff that I've seen here and there. I haven't really looked too much into it. I'm not a fan of TPUSA. I wasn't really a fan of Charlie Kirk. So I didn't even know her name until he died.
Same,
You know,
same.
I knew he was married. He talked about his wife, but I don't, like again, sound bites. So I never really picked that up. So I don't honestly know that much about her. I don't have any idea how she would react to something like this, aside
Mhm.
from what we've seen, what she's shown us, kind of thing. So I can't tell you one way or the other whether or not any of that's genuine. It may be, it may not be. I don't know. What I do
Mhm.
know is that Candace lost her damn mind after she got let go from the Daily Wire. And she's been getting crazier ever since. I mean, she pulls these theories out of her hat because she read something here, a blurb here, or a thing there. Talks about how space was made up by the Jews, how dinosaurs were made up by the Jews to undermine Christian faith. I mean,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah, she's lent credence to flat Earth theory, right? She's not a credible person.
Well, listen, and that's one thing that I did want to bring up with you guys. You guys, no matter how I feel about this situation, about Charlie Kirk and so on, I don't trust Candace as far as I can throw her. I'm not saying that
Mm,
that I'm on Team Candace at all. Just because I think that she's more credible than Erica Kirk at this moment doesn't mean that I'm Team Candace. But yeah, you guys are probably right that maybe because we don't know Erica Kirk, we can't really judge the way she's acting now because we don't know what's her baseline. I don't know her baseline, neither does anyone else because nobody knew who the hell she was before Charlie Kirk passed away.
yeah. So I mean, maybe there's something to it. Maybe there's not. A broken clock is right, at least twice a day. But I think Candace fancies herself the new Alex Jones, the new truth teller. And the fact is she's not on his level.
Not by far. You guys know Alex Jones is my uncle.
So, and I think,
Samael.
oh, one,
Samael,
one, one last thing. I think that
no, I
her
want to
whole,
ask you.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I want to ask you. Tell me about the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. She claims that because the word dinosaurs didn't come into existence until the fossil discoveries of the mid 1800s, that they didn't exist prior to that, and that it was made up by Jewish people to undermine the faith in like the 6,000 year lifespan of fundamentalist creationist thought of the earth, right? Which is funny to me because if you actually
Oh,
go through scriptures, it does talk a lot about like dragons and great beasts. I'm just saying, the word was new. The concept, I don't believe, was, but she thinks that nope, they were just, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, so you're telling me that one of the smallest populations on Earth somehow made it all the way around the world and buried all of this stuff all over the place, and nobody noticed until the mid 1800s?
they were just going around around the world, just like,
I mean,
hey, let me bury this real here. Let me bury this.
I mean, maybe that's why they got kicked out of 109 countries. They were digging where they shouldn't have been, but who knows? But yeah, she thinks that's all made up. And
No,
I personally, I think that her whole problem with Jews really stems from the fact that she was fired by some.
no. Now I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna
She
stop
was
you there.
pretty pro-Israel when she was working with the Daily Wire until right up at the end.
But being pro-Israel and being pro-Jew are two different things, aren't they? I mean, because there are some people who hate the nation state of Israel, but they like Jewish people. And then there's other people who are the opposite. They hate
No.
Jewish people, but they don't mind the nation state of Israel. That's what I've seen some people say. I hate both of them personally, but you know, I've seen some people try to separate the two.
Yeah. See, I'm in that other camp. Like I have a big problem in a lot of ways with the Israeli government. I don't really care that much about Jews one way or the other. The only thing that actually rankles me about them is if you're an American. I don't care if you're Jewish. Be an American first.
Oh, I care if you're Jewish, even if you're an American. I
So,
care. I very care. I very care. I much care. Trey Dog said, dinosaurs aren't real. There are zero dinosaur skeletons. Dragons are dragons. Trey,
okay.
get no, Trey. What we're not gonna do, Trey, is all right. You know what? You guys are irritating me right now. I am so irritated with all of you right now.
All right.
I'm
I'll drop
no.
back so you can yell at us.
Thank you, because this is your problem. This is the problem with all of you. You know, 4 years I've been talking to you all, and it hasn't gotten better. None of you guys have gotten better. I mean, I think I'm doing a bad job. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not a good lioness to you all. But no, I'm not even gonna say what I was thinking. I'm not even gonna say it because no. Wait, what do you mean you know I'm right, Trey? What do you mean? You're about to get eaten alive in my chat right now. You're about to get eaten alive. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Guys, have at it. Anybody who wants to go for Trey, it's a feast. It's a free for all. It's a feast. So so he said that she actually went after the flat earth theory after that, and then she started talking about these weird things. Listen, could it literally be that she is just experimenting with topics? Because some people do that. I don't know, but I listen. She Candace, she had her YouTube channel in the beginning, right? You guys know she had her YouTube channel. She got big because people loved seeing an African American woman who talked common sense. She used to be a common sense talker. She supported our Lord and Savior Donald Trump. Our Lord and Savior. I'm kidding. I'm kidding because that's what people say that I am, that I treat Trump like a god. But anyway, so she was loved because of that, because she fearlessly stood for what was right. She was common sense. She was everything. And obviously, we're not going to lie, she got big because she was African American and she did that. It just wasn't common back then to see African American, especially women, speak that way. So it was a beautiful thing. Now, I don't know what's going on with her, guys. I really don't. I stopped watching her once she started getting too mainstream, because when people get too mainstream, they get more paid for, bought out, censored, that they get told what to say more than anything. So once people start getting too mainstream, I kind of like, unless you stay the same as you've always been, I usually hang back. And she started getting really mainstream, so I just kind of fell back. But then later on I started hearing things that she was saying, and I'm like, wow, that's out there. That's out there. But I also joke around and say that the world is flat on God's green flat earth. I also joke around and say that too. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know. I don't know. What do you mean dinosaurs are as real as Afro Americans? That fake term. Oh God, here we go. Trey, so you can't be an American and have an afro? Trey, you're killing me. You're killing me. Is the world flat, Trey? Trey, answer that. Is the world flat? Eh? Very true of your head. Is the world flat, Trey? Is it? Answer. No. I want to see what he says. Because if he says yes, then we already know where this is going. We know. He says flat earthers can't agree on a flat earth model. And the thing is, I don't even understand how that can even exist. How can there still exist people who deny pictures of the earth? Like there's satellites right now looking at the earth in real time, looking at it rotate and be round. And what? All right, Trey. Trey? All right, you know what? No, Larry. No, Larry. I'm not bullying him. Don't take up for him. He says, "Don't let her bully you, Trey. The earth is a square. We know it." No. So my thing is, are you really going to sit here and act like we don't have the technology? You can literally buy one of those drones and put it up in the atmosphere and it goes high enough that you can see the curvature of the earth. So my thing is, how can you be so willingly blind to, I'm that's what I can't understand. That's what I can't understand. Trey says I can't be bullied. I know, Trey. That's why I don't mind sicking everybody on you, because you know why? Trey, you have been in the areas of the YouTubes that I've been in. The fight night Fridays and the the other side of YouTube where it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, you can get it kind of thing. You've been on that side. So I know you know how to handle yourself. I know you got it. I'm not worried about you, Trey. What did Rhonda say? She said, I'm going to keep my globe. Yes. Mr. American says, yes, the flat is a world. Okay. All right. The flat is a world. All right. Okay. Says, were there giants in the past? Yes, yes. Because there was a time, and oh God, don't even listen. If you guys are going to try to act like I'm not scientific because I say this, don't make me come for you guys. There was a time in Earth's history where oxygen was different. Okay. And when the oxygen was different, there existed a time of giganticism where insects were a lot bigger than what they are today. And we can still see the ancestors of those giganticis of those giant insects. We can still see remnants of them even in Australia, where they have that huge dragonfly, or is it a dragonfly or what is it? I don't know what it is, but you know, the wingspan is like 7 feet or something like that. Whatever. But we still have that. So yes, there were giants before. So yes. He says, I'm proud of you guys. I'm glad we're not a full on echo chamber. Heck no. I haven't seen that it has been an echo chamber over here. I don't know, because a lot of you guys disagree with me on a lot of stuff, and I don't mind you guys being wrong. I don't mind that. Like if you guys want to disagree with me, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I think everybody has the right to be wrong. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to take that away from you. He says some of you guys probably still think that the heliocentric model is newfangled nonsense. Oh, pineapple on top of pizza. Listen, pineapple on pizza is good. I don't care what anybody says. It's good. It's good. I know it seems weird, but it's good. Have you ever had banana? There's banana on pizza too. Now that is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Don't ever eat it. But yeah, oxygen was different. You know what I mean, Carrie. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. I don't know the exact scientific, because if I say it wrong, then people are gonna come for me and be like, "Actually, Amira, look, I get it. There was just something different, okay? I know that it was either the oxygen. There was more oxygen than nitrogen, and that's what made giganticism, or there was less oxygen and more nitrogen, and that's what made it. But something was different, okay? I know that. So leave me alone." Beggar bitch. High on oxygen. Okay. I wanna I wanna share with you guys the news. Larry, did you give me a list this week? Because you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me if you did. There are actually giant bats even today. For real. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Where do they exist? Zealage.
South
Yes, that makes
America.
sense.
You find them in South America. They're called flying foxes. They have like an 8 foot wingspan. They're huge.
Oh, hell no.
They
I
also only
really
eat fruit.
okay, but that still doesn't help because if they fly, you know what I mean? The
Mhm.
fact that they can bite, they have teeth.
Yeah, they absolutely have teeth. They look like foxes with giant leathery bat wings.
No, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Look, I know how to say no in like 10 languages, and I will scream every version of no that I know how to say. Okay? No. That's a whole lot of no. 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 Banana on pizza, that is something. Mustard on pizza is also bad. It depends on what type of pizza. If you have like buffalo wing pizza and then you put some mustard on, like not the cheap mustard, but like Dijon mustard. You know the Dijon, the poo 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 mustard. Now that one is so good, so good. Okay, all right. So you said I tried the banana on pizza once. I don't recommend. I don't recommend. Pizza on pizza. Oh, pineapple on pizza is just as bad as the round ball. Trey, what else would it be? What else would it be? Everything else is a round ball. What would make Earth different than being a round ball? Oh my god. Pineapple pizza. You know what I mean. All right. I'm not going to do this with you guys. Ugh, women. Listen, Aaron. You all right? So you don't like pineapple on pizza? Are you one of those people too? Okay, all right. You guys know that's fine. That's fine. I'm so triggered. The oxygen levels were higher before the global flood. People lived longer and animals were bigger. Thank you. Thank you. You know, laid back, that's what I was trying to say, but they tried to make me look like I'm stupid or something. Like I'm not stupid, okay? You know what I was trying to say. All right. Okay, he says more oxygen makes in the atmosphere. Yeah, it makes more sense. I know. I know. Neil says, I had a flat earther tell me that you can't get to the poles because they're surrounded by impenetrable mountains. I showed him a picture of me standing at the South Pole. No, they literally say that the governments of all the worlds have made this type of like barrier that you can't go to the South Pole because then you know the secret and you'd fall off the earth. Nope, you told me you weren't streaming tonight. No, I did. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. I'm sorry. Oh, I did do that. But I might have one from last week, right? Don't I have one from last week, Larry? Don't I? Wait. Larry! Oh, mustard on Visa is a war crime. Whipped cream on Visa is ew, ew. All right, somebody is out here is pregnant, or you guys are weirdos. You got weird fetishes going on. Something is wrong with you guys. Whipped cream on Visa, you guys are crazy. Like ew, gross. Like seriously, man. Mm-mm. Who puts toppings on their credit card? Go to the naughty corner. You know what? I'll send you myself. You know what? Hold on. Let me get right there. Send you right in it. There you go. Go look at the wall. Go look at the wall because you know what I'm saying. And I'm tired of you guys talking about me. I don't know how to say the word pizza like you do. Pizza, 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 pizza.
Pizza.
It doesn't have a T in it. There is
No,
no
but you
T.
pronounce it like it does.
But that's not right because it's ZZA, not TZA. It's pizza.
Right. But in Italian, when you have a double consonant, it takes on a separate sound. Like for
Let's
instance,
see.
cacciatore there has a C at the beginning that has a k sound, and then two C's right after the A that make a ch sound.
I don't think that real Italians are out there saying za to za. I think real Italians are saying izza, izza.
It may be. I don't know. I'm not actually Italian, but in a lot of cases, when you have the double consonant like that, it does take on an extra note.
What you mean blame the Italians, Aaron? Aaron, they don't say it like that. Nobody say it like that except Americans. Americans are the ones who put T's in random things, okay? You guys put the K in front of the knife, a knife, a knight. No, you guys are the ones making things wrong, not the world. The Italians do not say a pizza, a pizza. They don't say pizza. They say pizza, or they say pizza. I suck at this. I really suck at this. I'm not gonna. I listen. I'm not gonna do this with you guys. Listen. I tell you what. You guys speak as many languages as I do, and then speak English, and tell me how it works out for you. Because I think I'm doing damn good. I'm doing damn good. Look, my mother tells me so. I don't know. I'm saying out of it. Listen. All right. All right. I'm Canadian. We call it too expensive. Listen, don't you guys have that? What's that dish called? Poo. Wait, what's it called? Wait. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's called poo. No. Hmm. Push. Poutine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to say the wrong word because it sounds a little bit close to words that are naughty, naughty. But poutine. Poutine. There you go. You guys have that nasty abomination of a dish, and you guys, you, uh, that is an abomination of a dish. Nasty poutine. Look, Trey. Doesn't poutine sound like a way to talk about? Anyway, doesn't it? I'm dead. I'm dead. Doesn't it sound like no? Cause watch this. Watch this. I use it in a sentence. Here we go. So I was hanging out the other day, right? So as I was hanging out with Becca, me and Becca, we were out there hanging out. She said that she wanted to go to this restaurant. I said, "Cool." She said, "What do you want?" I said, "I don't know. Maybe like some visa or something like that." She said that she would offer me some sloppy poutine. Tell me that doesn't sound like I just said that Becca was offering me her hummus on a stick. Come on. It sounds like she was offering me her hummus on a stick. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Listen, Becca said that she would offer me some sloppy poutine because poutine is sloppy. It's a sloppy food. Is it not? Becca was offering me her sloppy poutine. I had to decline because I'm on a diet. And she told me that she would put a little bit of salt on it and make it better because she said her poutine was not that salty. But, if you add a little salt to it, it gets 10 times better. So I did have a bite. And I tell you what, it was just as sloppy and salty as she said it would be. Tell me that doesn't sound worse. It sounds worse. Look, look. I'm just saying, it sounds like a nasty thing. It sounds like a nasty thing. No, no. Look at old Blindy. Stop being thirsty. He's like, "What's Becca's number?" What's her number? Like, I need to talk to this Becca. Purely cultural experience reasons. For cultural experience. Hummus on a stick. Yes. Yes. Okay, listen. You guys know that. All right. So you guys know my dirty words, right? You guys know what my dirty words are. My dirty word for doing the do's is goat cheese. Goat cheese. I call it goat cheese. I say, the people are making goat cheese. Okay, so I call it goat cheese, all right? I call the ladies' part hummus, hummus, and I call the man's part kabubi, kebab, kebab, kabubi, kebab. And that's just look. I'm Arab, so like that's how I see things. But when I hear certain foods, okay, there's another food in South America called. You guys want to hear it? All right, listen. There's this, and if I say the word, you guys are gonna think I'm saying something nasty, but it's not. I swear to you guys, it's a real food. The food is called pupusa. 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 Now I'm gonna use it in a sentence. Here we go. So I was at this Honduran restaurant the other day. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Salvadorian. I was at this Salvadorian restaurant the other day, and their food is so great. Oh, really? What they have? Well, they had the best pupusa I had ever tasted. I like my pupusa stuffed with creamy cheese, but they do offer pupusas stuffed with meat or cheese, and it's all very, very viscous and melted. Tell me that doesn't sound dirty. Look at Aaron. Aaron's like, pupusa. I want to try the pupusa. No, it's a real thing. And I swear to you guys, pupusas are so good. They taste so good. They are so and the thing about it is like that's one of my favorite foods in the world. And it just sounds like a naughty thing. I remember I was telling my mother, because my mother, she didn't know what a pupusa was. And I told my mother, I forgot how I told her, but she thought I was saying a bad thing. And she told me, astaghfirullah, Mira. I said, huh? I said, Mom, Amma, 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 Amma. I want, Mama, can we go get some pupusa? My mom's like, astaghfirullah, Mira, astaghfirullah, Adim. I was like, Mama, it's a real thing. Yeah, I know it's a real thing. Trust me, I know. You don't talk about it. It comes stuffed. Shut up, astaghfirullah, Mira, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. But anyway, it's awesome. It's really awesome, and I'm telling you guys have got to try it. You guys have got to try it. Look it up. Look it up yourself. We eat pupusas at the Eternal Space Love Center. What? This is what happens when she doesn't have a script. Listen, no, okay. I can be serious. Look, I can actually. All right. If you guys want me to act like I have a script, I can. I can completely act. See, you guys know what? I think Samael is right. I think Samael is right. This is the reason why I need a script, because if I don't have a script, things happen. All right. I can actually act like. All right. I'm just gonna. Nothing like eating pupusas on El Tonko Beach. It's freaking go. Oh, so you know what I'm talking about, Trey? At least you know what I'm talking about. No, I am so happy. I am so, see, I'm glad that you guys know what I'm talking about. Holy water. No, there's no need for holy water. We're talking about food. It's real. It's stuffed Salvadorian food. The cheese part sounds really girl. It is the most good, and it's white cheese. It's so good. It's stuffed with anyway. So I only vacation in El Salvador for Bukele and the pupusa. All right, what? All right, sorry guys, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, it's so good. All right, so All right, I'm gonna. Aaron said, I'm both triggered and turned on. Oh, Aaron, Aaron, I always tell you to cook, right? I always tell you to go bake bread and go make yogurt and make cheese. But listen, Aaron, we can make pupusas together. I can teach you how to make the pupusa. I know how to make pupusas from scratch. Okay, I know how to make it from a round piece of dough and to stuff it and everything. I know how to. I call myself a little bit of a master, but I make it really good. You're making me hungry. It is so good, guys. It is so good. Okay, are you guys ready? No, I will. Okay, all right. Here we go. If you guys don't know what maseca is, that is a thing that Latinos use to make tamales and to make like things like that, tacos and so on. Now, if you take that same maseca, add water to it, and make it into a you got to do that. It has to make that sound, or else it doesn't. It's not right. So you gotta right, and then you make it flat, right, like you're making like a tortilla, right? Then you take some cheese, right? You take your cheese and you make it into clumps so that it can melt evenly inside of the pupusa, right? So you put the cheese on top and then you close it. You close the stuff in there and you make it into a circle. When you close it, you put it on a saute pan and let the cheese melt inside and let the outside get a little bit of a crust, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And then you got a pupusa, you know? And that's how you make the pupusa. And then after that, you put some salad on top, put a little bit of like shredded cabbage, and then some salsa. Oh, oh my God. Oh, man. Oh. Mm. It is so good. Wait, I have to drink some water. I have to drink some water. It is so good. Oh. Mm. It's like a pizza pocket. It's kind of like a pizza pocket, but it's yeah. There's no tomato sauce or anything inside. It's just whatever you make. Listen, for some reason, with certain foods, if you do not make that sound, they don't turn out right. It's just the way it is. Like tortillas. If you make tortillas and you don't do it doesn't come out right. You got to do it. Like if it's not making, then it's not coming out right. It's just how it is. And another thing is, like, when I'm on a diet, sometimes I'm on a diet, like now, my mother knows that I'm on a diet. She will go in the kitchen and start making stuff. I'll be like, she'll say, Mira, you want, pita bread, or you want something? I'm like, no, I'm on a diet, ma. Then after that, I'm like, I know she's not sitting there making the damn, and then I have to eat. But I'm not. Rhonda says the art of the sound. Listen, I'm telling you, there's something about it. There's something about it. Uh, if it's not making the sound, it's not being done right. That's just how it is. So, J Doe says, Amira on the Food Network would be spicy. Look, thank you all for inviting me today on the Food Network. I'm happy to be here. Yes. So, what are we making today? Oh, Amira, nice to have you here. We're making tacos. Oh my God, I love tacos. Thank you, Jane, for inviting me. So, I'll tell you guys how you do it. You have to make sure that when you make the tortilla, you make the clapping sound. And after you do that, things must be stuffed. So the way that you stuff things is, God, it just sounds horrible. It just sounds all types of wrong. This is the reason why I could not be blind. Because if you're blind, you don't know what the heck you're hearing sometimes. So I am not going to do that. Oh, looks like a bunch of mini nuns. It does. It actually does. Exactly. I know, I know. All right, so California accent. I mean, I really, I can't. I don't. Well, I mean, I do live in California. I should have an accent, but I don't know. I don't think I talk like them. I don't think I talk like them. So Hold on, guys. Oh yeah, you're right, Samael. But the thing is, I can't stay for too long. All right, you know what? All right, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. So like, if anybody wants to come on, you guys can come on and stay with me for some time. I haven't done a panel in forever, so I'll do a little bit of a panel tonight. Bam. Link is in the chat. Anybody who wants to come up here and talk with me about pupusas, we can talk about pupusas. Oh my god, I'm going to hell. All right, so if you guys want to come here and talk about, I would love to talk about that. You guys know I'm always down to talk about. So yeah. Oh, Lord says, I've got to try that next time. My tortillas are almost perfect. I knew I was missing something. Thanks for the tip. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. If you make your tortillas in that little machine, that little press machine, so all you got to do is put it in there. Once it's out of that press machine, you have to do it. If you don't do that and then put it on the saute thing, on the cooking thing, it won't come out right. It just won't. It just won't. I'm telling you. Oh, Baklava says, oh, it's the mukbang food sounds that are gross. And they put the microphone like right here. They put it right there so that you can hear every crunch that, every like sauce. And it's just disgusting. I don't know why people do that stuff. I'm telling you right now. 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 Hello, Trey.
What's good? Been a minute.
How are you?
I am wonderful. I should be asleep, but I clicked the link and yeah, this is what I walked into.
I know, I'm sorry. It's usually better than this. Usually I have some politics going on. We have some like civilized conversations going on, but I don't know what happened today. Listen, I don't have a script, so I'm just having a good time.
Well, since my favorite day in Washington D.C., I've been like anti-politics going on what 5 years now. So
Oh, oh,
that
oh,
was my well the black pillar moment is when them boys showed up at my doorstep.
yeah, I
So
know. I know. I know. And a lot of people don't know that you were really that down for the cause. So, I mean,
yeah.
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, but the funny thing was when old boy, I mean, he looked like Terry Crews, and then when he realized I was black, and I code switched, and he was like, oh my bad, bro, what, like who are y'all looking for? Like who'd you expect?
Right. By the time he left, he was already saying like, "Hey, we should barbecue sometime."
Yeah, so let me change my avatar so everybody knows. Okay, yeah, I'm a brother. But
Oh, but so I wanted to ask you, Trey. Um,
yes,
so, so the question is, which nations on the planet are forced to be tolerant of others? And do you have an answer for that?
us. I mean, shoot. I mean, of all the 21 countries I've been to, only the U.S.
You think so?
Like, ugh. Like forced? Yeah. You know what? I'll change that. Germany. Germany has it worse than we do.
So I want to ask you a question. What does Germany, Britain, the United States, and Canada have in common?
Oh, man, there was a certain guy in the late 1700s that sent his sons all over Europe, and they somehow found that their descendants found their way over here, and they created this banking system. But I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to describe who they are.
No, my view is that only white nations are forced to be tolerant to others and forced to accept others and to allow them to trample all over their culture freely.
Well, I mean, like I guess you want to look at countries like in Albania, Bosnia, white countries like that, or like Uruguay. They don't give a f. But I think it's mainly these more Protestant leaning countries,
Well,
or
and in Australia. You're right, Ian Moore. The reason I say that, Trey, is that not every white nation is forced to do this because countries like Poland and Hungary basically gave the middle finger and said no, unless they're going to be Christian and assimilate, they are not welcome. But every nation that is forced to do it happens to be white because you don't see they're going to the Middle East and forcing Middle Easterners to be accepting of, oh, I don't know, Buddhist Asians coming over or any other culture that they have to be accepting of.
well, I'll tell you this, and like I'm a big supporter of Teddy Roosevelt and what he said about dropping the hyphens and just becoming an American. You can see my comment in the chat. I don't believe in anything hyphenated. Once you're American, you're American. You've been here. Your peoples have been here for hundreds of centuries. You're American. Drop all the hyphenated stuff because, in my opinion, once the hyphenated stuff is introduced, that diversity is our strength, and then becomes like with diversity comes everything else. All them other alphabet terms and everything else gets shoved down your throat.
Yeah, but those are people who are actually accepted into the nation and naturalized. Now we have in most Western nations that are big, like Germany, UK, here, they're being overrun by people who are illegal, oftentimes, who have been refugees who are just coming there to look for aid. But instead of accepting aid and assimilating, they are accepting aid and giving the middle finger to the very culture that accepted them and clothed them and fed them.
And that's why I'm so against. Well, I'm so in favor of xenophobia. When countries lose their patriotic pride, they're willing to let anybody in. If you go back to the time when America was just the white boys and brothers, and that was the majority, and it was just straight American pride. Okay, cool, we're American. Close the borders. Get none of this immigration unless you're worthy. You got to learn English, pass tests, come over here and assimilate into our culture. Then we're cool. But the more and more you start letting others in who don't share your same value systems, who don't share your same beliefs, your same moral aptitude. Okay, there it goes. And we saw that firsthand with Germany. I mean, I just look at it that that big war in the 40s, all about a whole bunch of white Christian men killing each other. So we could have what we have now in Europe.
You see, and that's what I'm saying. That's the very point that I'm making. Is these are nations that are the thing is you don't see that being told to other nations. You see it mostly in white nations that are accepting or who try to be helpful, and as soon as they're helpful, they are they are diminished of their or that's not the right word. They're is that the right word? Diminished of their cultural standing or their cultural traditions that they're
Yeah,
not allowed to even be themselves anymore.
yeah, and it's when I'll tell you this, and I is as another country, Colombia. I've been only to I went to Cali. Cali was nice, but then I went to Bogota. And have you ever been to Bogota?
Yes, I used to live there.
Okay, did you live there after the their George Floyd incident with the graffiti artist?
No, probably before.
Okay. Okay, so graffiti artist gets killed George Floyd style. So okay, now we can't prosecute any graffiti artists. So now they tore down all the monuments, to colonialism, Colombian pride, and it's graffiti everywhere. Beautiful city. But
Mm,
it hit me like, why is there graffiti everywhere? So yeah, so one day I just asked the Uber driver, and I'm like, basically, in Spanish, like, por qué? And he went over the whole their little George Floyd thing, and basically it was this color revolution amongst the youngsters, just because of this young 13-year-old graffiti artist gets killed by the cops. So what
mhm.
they do is they aim for the youth,
That's right.
but it,
That's
and
right.
then And then the youth gets so corrupted. It's like, okay, you're really going to crack down on the youth? And next thing you know, you got this beautiful city that is, and I kid you not, go back and visit, walls to wall covered in graffiti.
No, because the
No,
youth, they don't know the history. So the youth are willing to die for a cause because every young person is out there looking for a cause to die on. But and then you have the youth, they don't remember history. They don't remember the things that happened before. They don't have any idea of the repercussions that could come along for certain for standing on certain belief systems or so on, or defending certain beliefs. They don't know. That's why they target the youth.
yeah. And it's crazy, even in, my state, my home state of Virginia, replacing, the great Robert E. Lee with a statue of some chick that supposedly make believe story, slavery, I don't know, runaway slave journey. It's, I'm like, why don't they just put a statue of Anthony Johnson up? If you're going to put a proud, son of Virginia up, put a statue of Anthony Johnson up, you know?
No, no. So
That's what I want to see. I want to see my man on a statue.
no, somebody said in the chat that George Floyd wasn't that old. The point was not that George Floyd was old. It was that the George Floyd issue was also pushed on the youth as, oh, this is why racism is bad, kind of thing. And it's like it had nothing to do with racism, in my view. But it's been pushed that way, and a lot of people just openly accept it. They openly accept, oh yeah, because he was a black man. No. How about we look at all the other things regarding his character instead of judging him on the color of his skin? Look at his character of George Floyd. He had no good character. This man he put a gun to a pregnant woman's head.
Yeah,
That we're going to,
but you can't speak out against black people. That's bad. You're racist if you call out black crime. Only guys like me can do it and get away with it. So,
guys like you. What do you mean, Trey?
hey, I was told, me and Hoodservative, back in 2020, we're told, some white guys were like, look, it's going to be up to like base brothers like y'all that lean far right to save this country because, basically masculine, heterosexual white men are being silenced. And I didn't understand what he was meaning because I didn't see it from that perspective. I wasn't looking at it that way. And as time, these last 5 years have passed by, I totally get it now.
You see because they're coming after you, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. They come after. Here's the thing is that you can't, and whoever said in the chat, if you got a pass, like drop it, come to my channel and drop the hard R's all day long. I don't have at it. But,
Well,
I get
no,
called a
I know.
tether for that. So
Well, there's so many names that you've been called throughout the years that I've known you, Trey. They've called you everything under the sun except the man of God. But what I have noticed is that a lot of the old school YouTubers, and I'm not going to call myself an old school YouTuber, but I think I've been around for a little bit. I was around during the revolution of Trump thing that we had going on, and a lot of them are followed now. A lot of the people that were speaking out more back then get followed now, and a lot of them have gone low key.
yeah, and it's some I guess took the check, that $7,000 check, and some just got disillusioned. Some like Candace went too far down the rabbit holes. I don't know, hit a wrong line or something in the ladies' bathroom. But it's the movement looks a whole lot different now. I mean, it's kind of like a novella. The new right is like a Spanish novella.
All drama, right?
Yeah, the rise of Nick Fuentes and women like Lily Gaddis versus Turning Point USA. I'm like, wow, this is wild.
I know, it's getting crazy. And the thing is, like, I don't even know if I can call those same people that I used to call my side. I can't call them my side anymore because so many people have taken checks and changed.
Yeah. And it's weird because, and I saw the writing on the wall. I did a video like in 2021 stating that there was going to be a battle on the right, between like a three-way battle between like the far right, the red pill, and like your baseline conservatives, that are like Israel first.
Mm-hmm.
And sure as can be, Trump wins and all hell breaks loose. And you see what happens. The midterms are coming up. It's going to be a wash for the commies. They're gonna run the tables during the midterms.
Well, I mean, they feel like they're winning now because of that win that they got in New York. What's that guy's name? Zandani, whatever his name
Oh
is.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, God.
I am so disappointed in New York, but they've been failing for a long time. They're still going downhill.
Gotham City.
Oh my gosh. Zealot says Alex Jones just posted on Twix to pray for Candace Owens for some reason. Gee, I wonder.
Hey, maybe she's about to get cloned like Tommy Loren.
Oh my god. And did you hear? Okay, I'm not even gonna, I don't even know what I should say or what I'm allowed to say about things that I know, but I don't. All right, I'll just.
Yeah. See, you sure you sure you want to click that link when you saw my name pop up?
No, I actually really do enjoy talking to you. I really do. I mean,
Yeah.
because also you know how to talk in code. I noticed that you don't talk too recklessly, so I appreciate that.
Nah. Yeah, but I tell you, that day, who was I with? Uh, Nick, conservative bear.
Hmm,
When we were right there watching all the craziness go down at the Capitol,
right.
and 15, when the text alerts went down that they were shutting the city down, we were like, man, let's get the heck out of here. We got back to the hotel. Everybody standing around the TV in the lobby watching went down. I'm like, that's not what happened. I'm like, I may or may not have stuff on my hard drive that completely conflicts with what the news said. I will not confirm that, but
Trey, I may or may not.
yeah, don't come back to my house, guys.
Seriously, seriously.
Yeah, I'll be
Wait, no,
eating.
no. Wait, Trey. Somebody said that no, I do not have social media, Arthur. I do not, Samir. I do not have social media, and there's a reason for that. But Trey, somebody said that Candace Owens claimed that dinosaurs were an invention of the long noses. They said that she said that dinosaurs were invention of the long noses to combat the Christian belief that the world is only 6,000 years old.
Uh, I stand by some of that. It wasn't them. I don't believe it was them, but no, I don't. No, no, dinosaurs really.
Trey, get out of here.
Okay,
Trey.
okay, okay. Hold on.
Trey.
You got to explain that to me, man.
Nah.
You
Oh,
got to explain that
oh
to
my.
me.
All right.
Hey, this is how you lose a YouTube channel. Ask me how I know.
Go. Talk. We
This
waiting.
is one of those. It was like what 1842 or 1843 when all of a sudden the word and it popped up. But it's like you really got to use common sense and look at bone structure. You know what? I'll put it this way. Can I use some profanity?
I don't care.
All right. You really just look at this. Just close your mind. Just imagine a male and female Tyrannosaurus Rex. How the hell do they fuck?
Probably the same way most lizards do.
Nah, no. Just
No.
close your eyes and imagine it.
No, but they're not mammals, Trey. They're not mammals. They don't do it like they do it on Discovery Channel.
Wait, you just quoted the Bloodhound Gang without meaning to.
Show me two Triceratops getting busy. Let's see.
I mean, rhinos do it.
And hippos get it done. But hippos are mammals. But that's different. They're not mammals. They're not mammals.
That's the easiest way just to break it down. Because getting into all the other stuff, it's too late for that. But
No,
yeah,
you
just
didn't break down anything, Trey. You didn't break anything. Samael has a point. They're lizards.
all right. Just show me, like how what did they do? Like they laid an egg in the freaking the male Tyrannosaurus just came up and masturbated on the egg, and then it was fertilized. Like,
Most likely, it was something similar to that, or the way that frogs do it. I would imagine.
come on, man.
Frogs lay hundreds of thousands of eggs, and then the males come along and they fertilize the eggs. They never actually have like physical sex.
They don't.
So,
Oh my God.
so T-Rexes could never get their rocks off. They was just gooners.
I'm saying
T-Rexes were gooners.
It is for us.
That's not what he's saying. Trey, you're just having trouble accepting the idea that people do things differently to have babies.
Nah, I told you. Hey, pre-erection day, I might have went with y'all, but after erection day, every single conspiracy theory, shit just started getting too crazy.
Okay, well, that's one I'm going to have to hold you on, Trey, because there is no way. Listen, I know you've seen some things because of Erection Day, but after Erection Day, a lot of things have changed too, just so you know. And a lot of things have been coming out proven that they were wrong. All right? So.
Yeah, even Mrs. MBD looked at me like I was crazy, didn't believe me for a minute. And then we're in Mexico. We're in Piedras Negras, Mexico. Full moon, clear night. She looked up at the sky, looked at the moon. She looked at it. She was like, hold up. That looks like a reflection of, that looks like, then she looked at me and I was like, you finally believe me, huh?
Trey, get out of here. Trey, let's get Trey up out of here. Let's get Trey up out of here. I can't believe that this man, can you believe that's MIL?
Oh, I can't. I'm going to throw something at you because I'm still on this dinosaur thing, man. Do you know who Bill Hicks was?
Yeah, William, Pale Rat. What's up? My favorite books. Behold a Pale Horse.
Something like that. He was a comedian, Texan, I think. And he made a great point when he was talking about, dinosaurs in the Bible, right? So say dinosaurs weren't a real thing. Say they were made up. Say that the whole thing is out there to specifically to test Christians' faith. How do you know that it wasn't God who put them there to test your faith?
I mean, I don't deny like the Bible and dragons in the Bible. We still got dragons. Komodo dragons are right there. Just the descendants of they just lost their wings. I mean, in all kinds of literature pre-Rockefeller, there's dinosaurs all in there. There's like first-hand accounts of dinosaurs in San Francisco. I'm so far down the rabbit hole. There's no denying the Chinese zodiac. We got every single
So you're down for dinosaurs, but you won't believe in.
No.
For dragons. No. You believe in dragons, but you don't believe in dinosaurs.
Correct.
I don't see a disconnect there though. The part where Candace loses me is when she says that dinosaurs came into existence with the term dinosaur in like 1847 or whatever. I think that maybe older, civilizations just use different words for the same thing. Like dragon, for example.
Yeah, could be, but I guess. But it is those people who they really are from that part of Europe. They basically, because here's the thing: when you have a strong foundation with Christianity and the Holy Spirit, it's hard. It's hard to conquer people when they've got the Holy Spirit. When you've got a true belief in God, you're not going to convince these people to take, some freaking shot that they just created out of thin air. When you lose faith in God, yeah, sure, give me whatever you got. I'll take it. I'll take your jab. Yeah, sure. Let's let in 100,000 Somalis in the freaking, Minneapolis. Sure. Oh, what else? Drag King story hour for third graders? Sure, why not? All that. And when you've got faith in God, you look at him like, are you crazy? It's not in my book. And when you've got that power, of God, men are willing to die for that. Like third graders in my school, no. When you've got that power of God, you stab a kid at a track meet with a knife. Okay, cool. We're just gonna go down to the prison cell, get you, and we're gonna string you up from a rope.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at what you were saying, man. I was laughing at old Blindy's background.
Hey, Amir, you're thinking about it, aren't you? I know what you're thinking about looking at that avatar, Amir.
No, I'm thinking about Larry. I'm thinking about Larry being on here and he wants to talk, I think. Larry, do you have
How,
information?
question though, Amir, how can that dinosaur eat papusa?
Listen, that's not the point. That's not the point. He got Papusa. He got Papusa somehow. He did it somehow. So leave it there.
I think he's right. I'll bet my roasted kebab that's exactly what that dinosaur is thinking
You
about.
roasted kebab. All right.
Jeez. So no, it was just a genuine question, man. It's like I personally I don't care what people believe. I've never cared what people believe. I just find that some things seem to be a little bit more out there, given what we know, like the flat Earth thing, right? Like I know there are people who believe that the Earth is flat. I think they're crazy, given what I have personally seen. But they can believe it all they want. There's a flat Earth society, right? And every year they send people out to find the edge of the Earth, and occasionally, sometimes those people are never heard from again.
You know that society was created by the same people who created the dinosaurs, right?
Oh my god. No, wait. Trey, there was a comment in here and I forget who it was by. Hold on, let me pull it up. They said until here it is, Lepo. I'm gonna pull it up. He says, until we had a word for blue, did the color not exist either? So that's what I'm saying. You're talking about the word being invented at that time. Okay, so the word was invented, but that doesn't mean that the thing didn't exist.
Yeah, I think they just repurposed dragons. Well, possibly. I mean, there's dragons all over, buildings all over the U.S., all over, old world architecture. Some might call it Tartarian, older architecture all over, Germany, with all those black faces on the building, griffins and dragons in Germany. But hey, you tell
you mean
people,
the gargoyles?
uh, I say griffins, gargoyles as well. But you tell people that, hey, God, I lived in Germany for 4 years. There's black figures all over those old world buildings from the old Germans. Oh no, hell no, they were old Germans weren't black. Oh, okay. Go
They
over to
weren't.
Germany.
Hey,
Germans.
let me ask you
But hold up real quick. How do you explain all those black faces with big ass lips and nappy hair all over those family crests in Germany?
I don't know that I've seen any of that.
I've seen it firsthand with my own eyes. I lived there 4 years, all over Germany. They're all over the place.
that was a lot to unpack. Now, I was going to ask you, are you saying because you're talking about black people, because I'm black too, and you're talking about dragons. So, are you saying that black people are basically refurbished dragons?
Bro, that's a reach, man. God, man, I'm back on the road driving trucks, so I can't smoke anymore. But if I could smoke, if I was high as fuck, I'd answer that. That reach, man, like my brain can't even put the two together. But I'll just go to this as far as is what I'm saying. Certain, we've been so conditioned as a society to when you tell people that, yes, like before, oh my God, I can't remember who came over. Early days, like pre-American Revolutionary time, when all these family crests were up, like there were a lot of freaking black Germans, and this is what when you go to early reading pre-Rockefeller, when you get to reading, you realize that, and this will fuck some people up, that the headless horseman was a nigga, y'all.
Bruh. Oh my gosh. What is going on?
Yeah.
I'm in a different world right now. This is
Oh,
really
okay. So this is how you got to put the two together.
No, I don't.
Well,
No, I don't
He's
have to
right,
put them
Amira.
together.
Yeah, the Hessians were brought over, were black mercenary soldiers from Germany. Ben Franklin wrote about them. He said, when I got to Philadelphia, there's all these niggas that speak German here, and they don't want to assimilate the American culture.
He's
If,
Who
right.
were they?
I'm gonna have to see that written down.
Most
if
are
he's
reading it too.
if he's headless, how
Okay, I'm just saying, this is a reach. The Hessians that were brought over were black German mercenary soldiers who ended up in Philadelphia and formed Germantown. Then the Hessians Well, let me see. If most of them, all of them were black, and the headless horseman was a Hessian soldier from that era, I mean, looks like, Christopher Walken, they're like, white splaining a character who, historically should have been, a nigga. And I'm just saying. They
And
could
the
have got
reason why
Lawrence
the
Fishburne to
reason why
play him.
he's headless is because his head snapped off from the noose. So it makes sense.
Larry, God damn. Stop it. I'm
All
gonna
right,
have
all
to
right.
go in 5 minutes, but I want to get old Blindy to talk before I go. Old Blindy, hi.
Hello, you can hear me?
I blame
Yes, I can hear you. I do appreciate your profile picture of yourself. How do you get pupusa if you don't have anything between your legs, old Blindy?
Okay, how do I answer this? When
Go on.
when the time arises, you'll know.
Old Blindy, you got to speak up.
Sorry,
Yeah, we can't hear you, brother.
sorry. When the time arises, you'll know.
Is that
You
code?
said when the time arises, what?
Arises, you'll know.
Oh, when the time arises, you'll know. See, the thing is, okay, so do you believe that dinosaurs were a figment of the imagination of the small hats?
No,
Do you think they were real?
very short.
Do you think they were dragons?
There might have just not been a word. Or a translation issue, something like that. Kind of like the apple. The apple was never actually mentioned. It was simply fruit, and it was a Italian translation where they used the word apple, and that's how the apple ever became known for Adam and Eve.
Hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do you hear that, Trey and Larry and Samael?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Just like African Americans, right, Amir?
That's not
Made
the
up
same
terms.
thing, Trey. That's not the
That-
same thing.
Okay, that was made up in 1988 by Jesse Jackson.
Sure as hell was.
Well, yeah, because I forget, like, I guess Jesse Jackson said that he wanted to be connected to the continent instead of being seen as a color
Versus just being American,
versus just being an actual American. Yeah.
and when you run your genealogy goes way further back than anybody else has been here. But the lies all connect to each other. If you tell a group of people that they're not from here, guess what? They're never connected to the place, and you just start around the 1930s, 1920s. Just let's keep pumping in these people's heads that they're not American, they're hyphenated. And now look what you got.
Well, yeah, I mean, now you have a lot of people who get offended by being called African American, and then you have some people who get offended by being called black, and some people who want to be called just American. Just like Raven Simone, she came out and she told Oprah that she wanted to be called an American, and Oprah laughed at her and basically had her whole audience laugh at her as if she was stupid.
Because Raven knows. It's like it's like the movie The Warriors. The Warriors, they knew Cochise. What were they all dressed up as? Natives. And it wasn't even that. I figured this shit out a while back because my mom's only half Jamaican. Her dad was a Mohawk Indian. He immigrated to Jamaica. He went to work for the British in Jamaica, like, I don't know, way back when. I don't know. My mom was born in 41. So maybe like in the 1930s. And I asked him, how did he fit in? How did he blend in? He's like, oh, he just cut his hair off and he just looked like one of them. And it never really hit me till I seen like image of him, like, huh? What? And then I started going down that rabbit hole. And 1830. If we want to talk about words before the dinosaur word came out, there was no black, anything like that. There was just copper-colored Americans. So all these words started changing around 1840. So
What? You said that? Wait. You said the word calling black people black did not happen until the 1840s. You said.
all this. No, I just said all this magical stuff started happening around 1840. 1838 Webster's Dictionary. Got them listed as copper-colored Americans. People were described in terms of their skin color. Ruddy, reddish, swarthy, things of that nature. And then them people y'all say got long noses started coming in and came up with this whole black white shit.
Most natives have long noses too.
Samael, get out of here.
It's the same.
You know what I'm saying. Samael, see, this is the problem, Samael. Larry, he does this every single time, doesn't he? He does.
Hey,
this
if
I'm
you
every-
ask
telling
if
you
you
this
ask
right
Mormons,
now,
they're the same
I
people.
don't care.
Oh my god.
But Amira, I do have a question for you though.
Huh.
So you were talking about pizza earlier. So I don't have a Visa. I have a MasterCard. So can I put toppings on that, or do I need an American Express?
Let's get Larry up out of here. See, this is the reason
Ooh,
why. And
ooh,
this
can
is
I go
why.
down the master? Can I go down
No,
the Mastercard rabbit hole?
go ahead, go because take us somewhere else, Trey.
The two sons on the Mastercard. They put everything in movies. How many sons were there on Luke Skywalker's home planet? They put it all in movies.
What does that have to
Venn
do with
diagrams.
us on Earth?
You can put twice as many toppings on a MasterCard than you can a Visa.
Yeah,
Larry,
just
how did you
saying.
get back here? How did you get back in? Oh,
Mind blown.
goodness.
Nah, I told you, all the conspiracy theories started coming together after election day. The Mastercard one, like don't even get me started on Katy Perry.
Oh Lord.
I have to
Only
go.
conspiracy
Wait,
theory
but
about Katy
before you
Perry
do,
is why anybody thinks she's a good singer.
Hey, she kissed the
there's a
girl and she
Katy.
liked it.
Badly, apparently.
Yeah. There
Ew.
were two things I wanted to bring up that I caught today. Is one, I read a news report earlier. Iran is kicking out Afghanis that are in the country illegally and are blaming the long noses for it.
Well, they might be there because the long noses sent them there. You know what I mean? For like undercover things.
It's possible.
It could
Well,
be. It could make sense. That makes sense, actually.
anybody else up here spent like a couple years in Afghanistan besides myself?
Mm-mm.
You're the
No,
only one, Trey. You're the only one that's
I
been
tried to
to
go, but I was denied while I was
I
on.
I will tell you this.
Fourth Planet, been to the Flat Earth, been to Katy
No,
Perry's
no,
place.
no. I wasn't anywhere near Katy Perry's pupusa. But Afghan folks, no, they need to. Afghans need to stay in Afghan. They are one freaking like generation away from Stone Age. Nope, nope, nope.
Well,
Uh,
that's true. That's true.
Like to add
Those
yeah,
something.
those people are backwards. They're way back. They go way back.
yeah.
Yeah. But I gotta go, guys. I gotta get off.
All right.
Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Night.
Bye, all blindy. Get the
Night,
dinosaurs off. Please get the dinosaur off. I understand why the dinosaur came in the first place. I mean, look, it's only because the depictions of a dinosaur don't show its kebab. Okay, I understand that most people don't need to know what a dinosaur kebab looks like, but they did reproduce. They found ways. Okay, we don't know what bird kebab look like. Has anybody else seen a bird kebab? No one has seen a bird kebab. Has anyone seen a bird hummus? No, we've never seen them make goat cheese. Nobody knows what it looks like. And birds are direct descendants of dinosaurs. So, however the birds make the goat cheese, that's how the dinosaurs probably made the goat cheese. So I'm not gonna say that just because you don't see the kebab means that he can't get it done. I mean, there's many ways to get it done and to make it happen. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. You'll figure out a way to get it done. If that's what you want to do. So then there's that. So good night, everybody. Thank you all. Like chickens do it. For real. Okay, yes, like chickens, yeah, but they don't do it like they do it on Discovery Channel, because they're not mammals, okay? They're not nothing but mammals. They don't do it like they do it on Discovery Channel. So thank you all for hanging out with me and learning about kebabs and goat cheese and dinosaur love making techniques. It's been a really nice. So tomorrow is church. Church. go to church tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow's church. So yeah, and I will see you guys there. Good night. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, and thank you, Beggar Bitch, for being here and the corkscrew. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody. And with that, I yield my time. Yeah.
Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.